Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to play the guitar solo from the classic Cars song, Just What I Needed. Now this one comes off of their self-titled debut album, which was released in 1978. And the Cars became part of that late 70s, early 80s new wave movement, but there's a couple things that really differentiate them from their peers. First of all, a lot of those songs on that first album ended up getting played on your kind of standard rock radio stations and eventually classic rock radio stations. Now, another differentiating factor is the lead guitar work of Elliot Easton. He's often referred to as one of the more underrated guitar players of his generation. He actually went to the Berklee School of Music, and while he wasn't a super technical, overtly flashy player, I mean, some of his solos were pretty flashy, but not overtly flashy. All of his solos just complemented the songs so well. They were very well thought out, very catchy, very memorable, and very fun to play. I also remember back in the 80s, he used to do a column for Guitar World magazine. So anyway, just a highly underrated guitar player, and I recommend checking out all of his solos if you can. And I'll be doing more down the road, so if you enjoy this kind of stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now the first thing I'm going to do is play the entire solo again for you, this time slowly with the tabs on the screen. That way the more advanced players can get through this more quickly. Then after that, for everybody else, we'll break it down note by note. Let's go. Here's section 1 at normal and then slow speed. So we're going to break it up into two boxes, and in the first one we play slowly. So on the B string, we're going to bend up at the 7th fret 3 times, a full step. Then we're going to bend at the 7th fret again, up and down, but go a little bit flat from one step up. Go about 3/4 of the way up. If you go all the way up, that's fine. Here's what we have so far. And then 5th fret of B. Then 6th fret of G, bend up and down. And then up and down again, pull off to 4. Let's tie everything together in that first box and play it a couple times slowly. Then in the second box we play. So it's another bend at the 6th fret of the G string. Up and down, it's kind of a slower bend. And then 5, hammer to 6, pull off to 5, vibrato. Here's that second box a couple times slowly. Now we'll tie both boxes together and play section 1 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 2. Here's section 2 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break it up into two boxes, and in the first one we play slowly. So we start at the 2nd fret of D, slide up to 6, and then 4 on G twice, so far. And then we'll slide up to the 6th fret of G, and then 5 of B, and then slide up to 8 of G, 7 of B twice. Hold it for a little bit, slide to 5. Let's tie everything together in that first box and play it a couple times slowly. Then in the second box, we'll play slowly. So we're going to the high E string, we're going to bend up at the 7th fret, up and down, and then play the 5th fret. Then you're going to bend up again at the 7th fret and add vibrato. So far in that second box, slowly. And then we'll play 7 of E again, bend up and down, pull off to 5. Let's tie everything together in that second box, play it a couple times slowly. Now let's tie those two boxes together and play section 2 one more time slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 3. Here's section 3 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break it up into two boxes, and in the first one we play slowly. So we start on the E string, we're going to bend up at the 7th fret and then play 7 two more times. Hold it for a little bit, slide to 9. Then to the B string, we're going to bend up at the 7th fret and then play 7, 7, 5. Let's play what we have so far, slowly. Now you'll notice that when I shifted to the B string, I bent up that first note with my index finger because of where my hand was placed. That's a good technique to get used to. It may seem awkward to you if you're not used to bending up with your index finger. I've talked about this before, especially in Van Halen solos where he bends up a lot with the index finger. It's a good technique to get down. But if it feels more comfortable, you can always shift your hand down so you're bending up with the ring finger. Again, here's what we have so far, slowly. Then on the G string, we bend up at the 6th fret, a full step up and down, and then play 5. And then 6th fret of high E, bend up, vibrato. Let's tie everything together in that first box and play it a couple times slowly. Then in the second box, we play. So you're basically bending up and down at the 6th fret of the high E string and pulling off to 4. Let's tie both of those boxes together and play section 2 one more time slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 4. Here's section 4 at normal and then slow speed. Let's break it up into two boxes, and in the first one we play slowly. So we're going to bend up at the 7th fret of the B string, about 3/4 of the way up, just a little bit flat of a full step. And then at the top, you're going to hit it again. And then while you're still holding that bend, you're going to play the 7 of high E. And then you're going to continue that bend up a little bit further, a full step up, bring it down. And then 5. Now look, I know it may seem awkward bending up the first time, 3/4 of the way and then coming down from a full step up. If you want to just do a full step bend at the beginning, that'd be fine. Let's play that first box a couple times slowly. Then in the second box, we play slowly. This is the most fun part of the solo, in my opinion. So you're going to start by playing the 6th fret of the G string, slide to 9, and then hold that note and hit 9 of high E, add vibrato. Now, when Elliot plays this live, usually what he does is the G string is picked and the high E string is plucked with a finger in this second box here. I've seen some live performances where he picks the whole thing, but most of the time he'll do it this way, where the G string is picked and the high E string is plucked with a finger. Okay, so after that we slide from 9 of G to 11 and then play 11 of high E. Add vibrato. Let's play what we have so far, slowly in that second box. And then we're going to slide from 11 to 13 of G and then 12 of high E. And then we slide from 13 of G to 14 and then 14 of high E. And then 14 of G quickly to 15 and then 15 of E. And then together 16 of G and 16 of E. Let's play that second box a couple times slowly. All right, let's tie both of those boxes together and play section 4 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's wrap it up. That was my lesson on how to play the guitar solo from the song Just What I Needed from the Cars. If you found it helpful or informative, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already and you want to catch more content like this in the future. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will attempt to answer them as time allows. Until next time, rock on.